as we get rolling with Multisim, I wanted to make sure that everybody had, that was the janitor that was leaving, has access to the information that you need to become familiar with the platform. By the end of the year, you will be wizards in this. You will see a circuit schematic and you will like throw it on the screen really fast, but that's not where we start. And I want to make sure that nobody falls behind at the beginning of the year because of anything that I'm not providing. And so we're going to build a basic circuit. This is a circuit that we will be using for one of our activities, or it will be very similar to a circuit that we're using for 1.1.5. Now, if you see where my mouse is, you can see this is design 1. You can see at the bottom here, if you have more than one design, you would see different tabs down here. You could also see different tabs over here on the left side. And what we've got here is essentially a piece of paper. So you can use the scroll wheel to zoom in or out. And if you click down on the scroll wheel, it will turn it into that little hand and you can pan around in it. Okay, so those are some of the fastest ways to navigate, similar to Fusion for those of you that remember how to use Fusion. Okay, and so let's just start building the circuit. So over here on the left, now you'll figure out how you want to do this. There's all these different menus over here. So I'm way in the upper left. You can see where I'm hovering. It says place source, then place basic, place diode, place analog, place TTL. There's all these different menus up there. You can use those. I generally don't though. Okay, so I'll show you what I typically do. I'm going to click on place source. And once you're in here, you can see where there's a drop-down menu where it says group, and you can access all of those menus from here. So for me, instead of using the ribbon across the top, I tend to just click from menu to menu from this window instead. So we'll start off with placing a source. And if you look under place sources, you're going to see power sources, signal voltage sources, current sources, and so forth. We're going to start with just power sources. Okay, and we are going to be looking for DC power. Okay, that's direct current. And you'll notice there, you'll see the symbol for the battery that pops up. And I just got a text message from the other engineering teacher. Oh, sorry about that. I just want to make sure. Can I put the 3D printer on the rolling cart? Yes, for sure. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Got to respond to that. I could have hit pause on the video, but I didn't, and we're not going back now. So you can see the battery symbol. You'll see different things here. We're going to use a couple different features, but signal voltage sources, we'll actually use that quite a bit. We'll use the clock voltage. And for those of you that have taken some pre-calculus, you'll recognize like the little symbol there. It looks like a sine wave. But for now, just regular power sources. We're going to do DC power. I click OK, and then you'll see the component, and you can just click to drop the component. When you drop the component, it brings you back to this window. So what I tend to find is useful is to just like look at all the components that I need to build my circuit. I'm going to get all of them onto the page, and then once they're on the page, then I will rearrange them. Now there's ground and digital ground. I always use regular ground because ground is ground is ground. Oh, I just texted you back. So yeah, do you need to clear off that cart or which cart? Oh, I mean the one in there. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm recording a video, so it'll be an interesting one. Oh, no, we had a fire during one of my videos once. It makes it more interesting for them to watch. So I use ground, and we're going to plug ground here so we can ground our circuit. Now, the other components that we need for now are going to be found under the basic menu. And you'll find under basic, you will find, we'll use switches a lot, but we're going to be putting in resistors. So where the different things are found in the different menus, you will get used to as we use them. Now, you can scroll around and look for the resistors that you need, or you can simply type in the value. So we want a 6.8K resistor. Okay, and then I'm going to click OK, and I'm just going to dump that. in here. We want a 330 ohm resistor. So 330 ohms, we just want regular 330. And we'll put that one down. And then I need a 4.7K. And there we go. And we'll click OK. And at that point, I have all the components that I need. So I'm going to click close. And now I'm going to arrange them how I want. So I'm going to move my 6K up there, or 6.8K, my 4.7K. And then to rotate, you can just click on the component. And I think it's like Control R. Yeah, Control R, and you can rotate it around. Now, to connect the components with wire, you just click on the ends of the components and it will automatically connect them. And this is a really thick wire, so you can change the wire settings on this. And there's some nuances to this, so you can't start a wire like from the corner. You might need to place a joint, but you can always start one from there. Okay, and so you can connect them. If you want to change the width of your wires, which we'll do a lot, I'll actually make you guys do it because I have old lady eyes, and when your circuit's not working, I will need to do that. You can change the color of your wire by right-clicking on it, and usually we'll change the net color, and you can pick the color that you want. So it changed the wire. It doesn't matter what color it is, just like it doesn't matter in class what color it is. So that's an option. You won't really do it for this circuit, but when we get to complicated circuits that have lots of things and you need to pay attention to what's connected where, what you'll do is you'll change the entire net, and that allows you to track the wires better. Okay, so that's how you can build this basic circuit. Now, in order to analyze it, we are going to need a digital multimeter. So again, I don't ever remember where they are, so I'm going to open that up and then pull from this menu here. And I believe we want indicators, and we want, for this particular activity, a voltmeter. I'm not going to have you guys use an ammeter because you have to dismantle the circuit. Like delete the wires to put the ammeters inside, and it's, I guess, a useful skill if we were going to be doing this all year, but we're not. Now you'll see voltmeter, horizontal voltmeter, HR. I don't remember what the R was, but yeah, what is more important is the horizontal and the vertical. So if you want it to connect horizontally, you can use that. It just puts the wires out to the side. If you use V, it puts the wires vertically. That was with the polarity reversed. So yeah, so you have like negative to positive instead of positive to negative. Okay. So yeah, you just pick what you want. So I'm going to pick the horizontal one, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, and the thing that makes these nice, and now I'll do the vertical one. We'll put the vertical one here. And then I'm going to use the same one. I'm just going to show you what happens. So I did not reverse it. I probably wanted it reversed there. And what makes these ones really easy to do is your voltmeters just connect directly over the component that you're measuring the voltage on. Okay. Where the ammeters, you have to put them, like you have to delete the wires. Now to measure it, what we're going to do is this play button right here. I'll hover over that. It says like run. Okay, it's going to start a simulation, and each of those voltmeters. Oh, we got to change something. We didn't change the voltage source. Should be giving you the voltage drop over each of the resistors. However, you're working with a 6-volt battery. So I had to stop the simulation, and let me do that. I did that fast. You have to stop the simulation in order to do anything. It's super annoying. Double click on the component, and it'll open up like a dialog box, and we can change the 12 volts to a 6 volts. Okay, and now I can run the simulation again and give it a second. And in theory, this should match the values that you got with your hand calculation and that you got with the breadboard. So we're analyzing it by hand, and on the breadboard and also in here. Now, this was the voltmeter that I did not turn around. So it's going from negative to positive. And so you'll notice that the value on there is negative. We're not going to sweat that. We know that that is because of the polarity. But if you wanted to swap it out, you have to stop the simulation. If you right click on the component, you'll see that there's a menu option to replace the component. And that will bring you back here, and we could just swap that out for the one that is reversed, and Multisim will automatically swap it out for you. And we'll give it a second, and now it's giving us the positive reading. Okay, so that's how you would build it. We're not going to do the current analysis on that because it's going to take a long time and it is very messy, but you could, what you would do if we were going to do it is we would click on a segment of the wire, we would delete it, and then I'll go in and we would pick an ammeter to measure the current, and we'll pick a horizontal one and I'll put it in there. It's not too bad to do on the simulation. It's a pain to do it in class. And so you guys can get it from here. And that's going to measure the current, which should match the number that you got from your analysis as well. So if you had to share a computer or you were absent the day we did this, this should give you the run through so that you can make it up when you come back to class.